But here's the thing, ready? Now, this is not that important, her mean tweets. And certainly her mean tweets to Republicans I couldn't care less about. But here's the thing. I'm about to show you some of Neera's friends' tweets. Now, why is this relevant? Of course you're not. It's guilt by association. No way. No. I don't hold people responsible for that. But here's why I am. Because Neera has spent a lot of her time and energy and power calling every single person who likes Bernie, claims to like Bernie, maybe has tweeted something pro-Bernie ever. Whenever they say something that's like, toxic online, that is further evidence of the Bernie bro, right? The abusive, toxic, heinous, violent, noxious, obnoxious at its kind of least, in its mildest form, Bernie bro. And she always asks people to repudiate it. She asked Bernie to repudiate it. She asked Mike Casca to repudiate something that, ironically enough, was tweeted by, this is back in 2016, this was tweeted by a parody account, a Republican parody account. And Emily Nussbaum tweeted it out, and it was someone calling her a psycho. And that was one of the 3 examples upon which the Bernie bro narrative was based. I'm not kidding. Wow. I wrote a piece about this that's paced, and it goes through the early evidence of the Bernie bro, and the pieces that they cited was the fake account, a woman who called her senator a piece of shit for like stumping with Hillary, and a man who said don't vote with your vagina, which of all of those is the worst. But yeah. I guarantee you people have said more offensive things about me, for instance, Hillary people. But why am I bringing this up? Because she weaponizes identity politics. She weaponizes them with her own biography, as we were saying, right? She lived on Section 8 housing, and I would love for someone who had lived on Section 8 housing to be in office or be in the cabinet position, as long as they were then doing all they could do for people who live in Section 8 housing, not cutting programs like that and using their identity as a shield, which is why it is more dangerous, right? Like everyone knows a Republican, a straight white dude cutting entitlements, it's obviously bad. If it's a woman of color who cites that she grew up on Section 8 housing, cutting it, you really think, you're like, oh, I guess it's not, she doesn't want to, she has to. Well, and
also it's this, people will argue back from that, like, well, who are you to criticize?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yep.
It is this weird shield to like do bad policy, which is, I don't know, kind of almost a little bit, what Thomas Frank talks about in Listen Liberal with sort of the Democratic Party at large. It's like a new way of weaponizing identity to go even further with that.
Right. Yeah, it's really, so there's that. And now, if you'll just indulge me, because she has made such a narrative of the Bernie bro thing and constantly asks Bernie, remember she tried to get David Sirota in trouble for literally reporting on Beto, on where he got money from. Okay, that's it, remember? And she asked Bernie to repudiate it. So I went on this little thread, and I'm just going to share it. I hope this is okay, because again, this is Neera Tanden who asked Bernie to repudiate everything. And so I went on this thread saying Neera Tanden is a mean girl bully who Signal Boost hangs out with and is friends with people who call young girls with Down syndrome sluts. Call Bernie Sanders a fake fucking Jew, and call Muslim American women terrorists. Okay, and then I do a little bit of a, then I go through how she punched someone in the chest. I go through how she weaponizes identity politics. Okay. How she wants to steal oil from Libya. And then I go, okay, her policies are awful, but she's also an absolute mean girl bully who weaponizes identity politics. She signal boosts and uplifts some of the most toxic, bigoted voices while constantly demanding Sanders repudiate any and all online randos who claim to support him, even if Sanders has nothing to do with them. But who does Neera hang out with in real life and call friends and signal boost? Abusive trolls like Jeremy, with whom she's pictured and calls a treasure and part of her quote-unquote army, okay? And look, I blocked out the other people, so you're welcome. So that's Jeremy, okay? Look what he tweeted. Well, here she is, calling him a friend and part of her army, which she uses the hashtag treasure. Here's some of his tweets. Fuck him to hell. Bernie would have won. Bernie would have choked on my dick.
Cool.
I just want to say something that's been bubbling up inside me and holding me back. It's so sad. I don't want this guy held back. I fucking hate Bernie Sanders with every fiber of my being, and I will not be happy until he has suffered greatly for what he unleashed.
Bordering on illegal to say about a senator,
Oh, yeah, it gets better. Hold on. Yeah. Ready? This is even better. More Jeremy. I will vote for the primary candidate that leaps across the debate stage, bites off Bernie's wagging finger, lifts it up like a trophy, and then throws it to the audience like a wedding bouquet.
Cool.
I like how poetic it is at the end. Bonus points if they pull out that awful tuft of hair, too. And then this is great. He wrote this about Linda Sarsour. Oh, look, it's Linda Sarsour pretending she wouldn't be down to plan something like what happened today. And the thing that happened today, the day that he tweeted this, was the synagogue, Tree of Life synagogue shooting, where Jews were shot and killed. Do you remember that?
God.
So Linda Sarsour tweets out in solidarity and condolences, whomever did this is a monster. Our places of worship should be sanctuaries. We should all be free and safe to practice our faith in this country without fear of being targeted. And he decides to call her basically a terrorist sympathizer.
Jesus.
I'll go through the rest of this quickly, but here's a guy. You remember Mr. Weeks? Bernie Sanders is a fake fucking Jew. Then Neera Tanden wished him happy birthday, called him my friend. Do you know he has a picture taken with Hillary Clinton and she wrote him a note? Look at this, okay? This is him and her, right?
Oh my God.
Look at what she
Mr.
wrote him.
Weeks. Wow.
On another note, I want to thank you for your very vocal and enthusiastic support of me and my career in public service on social media. I appreciate your commitment to our shared values and vision. Together, let's keep fighting for the better, stronger, and fairer future we want for our country. Onward, with warm regards, I am. Sincerely yours, Hillary Clinton. Which, let's just imagine, I don't know if she had ever seen any of his stuff. She must have seen some of his stuff. Maybe she didn't see the fake fucking Jew, but just for a second, imagine if Bernie Sanders had posed for a photo and then written a note to someone who said comparable things about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's some more stuff. Bernie Sanders can suck my dick, but his mouth looks the best.
I mean, I do think it's funny to imagine Hillary reading that, for God's sake.
Maybe she gave him feedback.
Yes, and then didn't he like rent a truck and go around New York?
He did, with the fuck Bernie thing, yeah. And here
like
he is
that?
in this T-shirt. I don't have that. But this is a really weird one. He compares Medicare for all to some kind of weird sexual behavior. He goes, and if I can add, normally Medicare for all guy is the type who says, can you suck it to get hard? No. What lube do you use? Not spit. What's my name? Not daddy. Damn, you're tight. Wrong. Whole fool. I mean, this is the Medicare for all guy. All talk and don't know how to work it. If Hillary had seen this, she would have told him it was you. He had misspelled your.
I quite liked your tweet where you said Medicare for all is like the guy who says, can you suck it to get it hard?
I would just offer that you misspelled your.
Wrong, your, Mr. Weeks.
But besides that, absolutely terrific.
Thank you for supporting my candidacy on social media.
Can you believe that? And then this guy, I won't go through everything, but this guy, Eclectic Brother, when Neera tweeted, I'm thankful for the resistance. He tweeted, I'm thankful for feisty, determined women who run think tanks that help Democrats pass progressive legislation.
Yes.
And she says to him, I'm definitely thankful for your cold fury and all you've done for the resistance. And that's weird. It's like a little romantic maybe. Then he tells her his mother was 5'2". I'm pretty sure that's where my adoration for feisty little women comes from.
Oh, okay.
Then she sends a smiley face with, pink cheeks. And then, on the other hand, he sends stuff like this to people. Suck my dick, you square-headed fuck. My point was valid, and you're just some sniveling bitch. Scram. Also, mission accomplished. Now go fuck yourself with Krusty the Clown Senator from Vermont's dick. Suck my dick and choke on my nuts, Bernie bro. It's so funny. Suck my dick and choke on my nuts, Bernie bro. You toxic, sexist Bernie bro. And then he said this to me. I mean, I should recuse myself, but go fuck yourself with Cenk Uygur's dick, Katie, and take your man baby troll swarm with you. You and Bernie ain't never been shit. Wow. And then again, yes, Katie Halper, go fuck yourself with Cenk Uygur's dick. I never stuttered then or now. Leave Bernie's crack alone, geez. Anyway, there's a lot more where this came from. And again, it doesn't matter. It just matters because you should always look. Because if you scratch someone who really uses the Bernie bro myth, you may get a person who does not care about online toxic behavior and who hangs out with those people and calls them treasures.
I'll be honest with you, Katie, that I do think it matters, and here's why. Because I like to weaponize things in bad faith against people who I don't like and don't want to see succeed.
Okay,
so a lot of times that happens. With Bernie people. I think hypocrisy doesn't exist in America anymore. It's not something that people give a shit about, and so for me, I think it matters because I want Neera to not get a job and to never get to use the wall paper that she planned out to use in the White House back in 2015.
Right.
So my point is that I want it to matter because I strongly dislike her as a human being, and I never want her to have anything that would make her happy.
Okay, that's fine. But people are like, Twitter isn't real life. I'm like, I know that. So Jack has his reasons, and my reasons are because I actually think it's very dangerous to use the Bernie bro narrative to try to smear the most progressive, anti-racist, anti-sexist, feminist person who was in the race in 2016 or 2020. And this is just a window into how full of shit she is. So anyway,
for sure.
I feel terrible. I'm cursing so much. I mean, we're bringing on 3 esteemed guests who I feel like
and here
they
are
have
talking
nothing.
About Cenk Uygur's dick.
It's actually Cenk.
Cenk?
It's pronounced
Okay.
Cenk. It's Turkish. It's Turkish, yeah. But that's what they're offended by. Not that, Jack. They're offended by your mispronunciation. That's pretty messed up, and you need to atone for that. But
I'm gonna take some time to better myself, and I'll think about this a lot.
Hold the space for Cenk. But